Hello, welcome back to QNAP Live Broadcast. I'm Sim, the host for the topic today. And today we are going to introduce a newly launched NAS, which we have like two models. The first one is a 8-bay NAS, and the second one is a 9-bay NAS. So we have our PM Jason here today for the introduction. And let's get into the slides. Well, first, this is the new model of the NAS. The left-hand side one is the P. It doesn't anything. I think that is the model type, I think. And for the X, which means that it has the 10 gigabit Ethernet port. So let's check on the several advantages of these two NAS. The first one is each of these two specs has like a dual 10 gigabit SFP plus port and another two for 2.5 gigabit ports. So that is more flexible for the SMB users or the SOHO users, that you can use the 10 gigabit port to make a faster connection to your internet. Then you can use the 2.5 gigabit ports, make another intranet for your other devices that doesn't need that large of the bandwidth of the internet. Okay. Then for the 9-bay, that is actually a 5 3.5-inch hard drive slots with another 4 2.5 SSD slots. So that makes a 9-bay. So you can use our Qtier or other solution that you want, provided by QNAP. And of course, for the left-hand side one, the 8-bay NAS, it has another 1 PCIe extra expansion slot for your variety of usage, like wireless expansion card or the QM2 expansion card or other cards that from QNAP. You can all use that. So these are the two new models from QNAP, and first of all, I just want to ask when these two models will be released.
Should be available in the next few months.
Okay. So we will just get into the main point, and Jason will make the introduction.
Yeah, thank you, Sam. This is an overview of today's session, and in the beginning, I'm going to talk about why there is an increasing need for higher network speed in modern office environments. And then in the middle of the session, I'm going to walk through the both the TS-832PX and the TS-932PX models with the specs. And then the last will be the Sam will talk about the various software and hardware information, software applications that can help you increase your productivity. Okay. So here's a picture showing you that in a current business building, how many devices you may have in your environment. So you have desktop computers, laptops, tablets, phones, as well as some wearable devices. So all of these will may congest your network speed if you are still staying in the 1 gigabit environment. Okay. So basically, in deploying a 2.5 gigabit or higher network infrastructure in your business can actually improve the productivity, because you may have more devices that's costing, because now more and more audio and videos taken by the phones or from the internet, they are really bigger and bigger. And then by ISP also is offering more and more faster internet speed to help you to have a better internet bandwidth. So since you already have a larger internet capability, then why don't you increase your local area network to be a faster performance, right? And there are actually more devices than you can imagine that can already support faster. Yep. Okay, for example, let's take a look at the first one. About 2 years ago, you saw some of the motherboard makers, they launched some high-end motherboard with either 10 gigabit or 5 gigabit capable motherboards. But they are also compatible with 2.5 gig. Okay, so if you have one of those devices, chances are you can still use it with the new knowledge. And this year, in year 2020, you see that also motherboard makers, they are launching the 2.5 gigabit equipped motherboards with lower prices. So that means you can now assemble or buy a desktop computer with 2.5 gig with a lower price. And also more and more laptop computers and desktops, they provide high-speed ports such as Thunderbolt 3. Okay, you can find it in both Mac and Windows. And then or 5 gig or 2.5 gig compatible ports. So this just show you that you are not alone, that more and more the ecosystem of 2.5 gig and higher, they are growing. Okay.
We have a question here.
Yes.
Where in the lineup will the new 9-bay fit between the 3 former 9-bay units?
Okay, so Casper asked about this question.
Yeah.
This will be similar to the previous generation, the TS-932PX.
Okay.
Yeah. So it will be the entry level of the 9-bay model. And also, if you have more clients or users or help you utilize the high-speed network even further, QNAP already has several 10 gigabit switches that can support 2.5 gig. For example, if you look at on the left-hand side, we have 4 models that can not only support the 10 gigabit SFP plus, but also the multi-gig, including the 2.5 gig speed. And the benefit of the 2.5 gig and 5 gig, if you see about, I would say 99% of spend money and upgrade the cable wiring, because if it's already K5, which is very common nowadays, it can already support 2.5 gig and 5 gig in long distance. Okay, so you save additional money with by switching to 2.5 gig and 5 gig compared to 10 gig. Okay. Now, if you have a limited IT budget in upgrading your network infrastructure, you can consider the upcoming 2.5 gig solution. So QNAP in Q3 is going to launch a 5-port 2.5 gig switch that can help you reduce your overall spending compared to a 10 gigabit solution. As you can see that by going with 2.5 gig, you use the existing cable, and if you want to connect between devices, the Cat5e cables, they are really cheap, affordable. Okay, you can get it in every shop nowadays. But if you choose the 10 gigabit solution, you may have to buy it from the internet, or you have to spend much higher money to get the 10 gigabit cables. Okay, or sometimes transceivers if you want to go longer distance. Okay. So I think yesterday we talked about the new QNAP 5-port switches. So here just a recap. Basically, it is a Fanless 2.5 gig unmanaged switch with 5 ports that are all 2.5 gig capable. And it's got a metal housing, so you can use it in any location, and also noise free. So if you put it in the office desk or even in your home office, it does not bother you. Okay. And we also have a built-in software feature that's only available in high-end switches, which is the network loop detection. So whenever we detect the network loop, you can see the warning signal on the front, okay, with an LED indicator. So this brand new 5-port 2.5 gig switch will be available also in the summertime. Okay. So let's get into the NAS itself. So both NASs are equipped with the same processor, which is 64-bit ARM Cortex-A57, powerful quad-core 1.7 GHz processor, okay, from the Amazon child company called Annapurna Labs. So it is a SoC design, which means it already integrates all the high-speed I/Os into the single processor, which include 10 gigabit Ethernet, SATA 6 gigabit signals, and multiple PCIe lanes in this small BGA form factor, 27 by 27 millimeter. Okay, and also both devices come with dual ports RJ45, which means thanks to the powerful processor and ample memory available, so you can really get a higher performance, and we will check the performance later. And the ARM 64-bit also has a better encryption engine, so when you encrypt the NAS volume in this QTS in these devices, then you can also get good performance, and we will show you the performance later. Okay. So as I just mentioned, that this platform offers a large memory capacity. By default, we ship with a 4 GB memory SKU. So you will see that TS-832PX -4G for 4 GB memory, DDR4. So its speed is faster compared to the other 32-bit ARM models.
Okay.
And both of models we provide you upgradable memory design, so you can actually upgrade the memory later if it's needed. QNAP will offer 8 GB and 16 GB for you to upgrade the memory to up to 16 GB, which is quite big. I mean, it's even bigger than some of the entry-level Intel-based NAS, right? 16 GB is quite good, and it's especially good for running some of the containerized applications, which Sam will talk about later. You know, if you are a developer that you want to try some stuff, some coding, then you can use our container station. Okay. So to upgrade the memory, I'll show you later in a live demo. Okay. Let's go to the next page. Let's take a look at the front views. So on the front, there are depends on which model you get. For the 8-bay model, you have 8 of the 3.5-inch drive bays that can support either 3.5-inch or 2.5-inch SATA drives. And on the 9-bay model, on the top, you have 5 of the 3.5-inch drive bays. On the bottom, you have 4 of the 2.5-inch SATA SSD bays, which allows you to make a hybrid mixed hard drive plus SSDs right away. There's no additional accessories you need to buy to install SSDs. So the benefit is really good, and I'm gonna show you how you can enjoy these benefits, utilize the benefits. Okay. Now on the front, there's also a USB port with a USB copy button, so you can connect a USB external storage and then set up the synchronization or backup policy in our Qtier operating system. Now, all the trays also have a lockable tray design, so you can actually lock it to secure the drives from being pulled out. Okay.
And we have we have a friend asking if the Qsirch 1105T can support the PoE, right? No.
PoE.
I'm also checking on the slides for the switch, and it doesn't support PoE. Okay.
No PoE. You can purchase additional PoE accessory from third party, and then provide a PoE. Or
maybe we have some switch that support PoE, and you can also run your NAS on that.
Yeah,
your QTS system on that.
Okay, let's take a look at the rear 8-bay model here. So the 8-bay 832PX has a PCIe slot on the back. Here you see that it's got a 1/4 height PCIe Gen 2x2 on the back. That I'm gonna tell you later what kind of QNAP accessories you can install it to make it more versatile. And then on the back, you have a reset button to reset the administrator's password in case you forget it, and also the network settings. And then let's get to the network part. There are 2 of the integrated 2.5 gig ports, which can support 2.5 gig and 1 gig. Okay, and then in addition, there are 2 of the 10 gigabit SA Plus ports for even higher speed in the different form factor. And the last 2 will be the USB 3.2 Gen 1 ports that you can connect various USB devices such as UPS to provide to keep your power going when there's a power interruption. Okay. On the 9-bay, this does not have a PCIe slot because it's a small size, but the rest is the same, with the same network ports and the same USB ports. Okay. How can you install the hard drive and SSDs? Actually, for 3.5-inch hard drive trays, it is very easy. You don't even need a screwdriver.
Yeah.
You just remove the side panels, put the hard drives onto it, and then secure it back. But we do recommend that if you are going to transport the NAS with the hard drives installed, be sure to use the screws to fasten the drives. For the 2.5-inch drives, if you are using the 3.5-inch tray to install the 2.5-inch drives, then you will need to use a screwdriver with the screws. However, for the 2.5-inch tray on the 9-bay model, it is a toolless installation, so you just put in and then install that. No need for another screwdriver. Okay. So when we design the 9-bay model, we have in mind that it should be as small as possible because it's a desktop NAS, so it shouldn't take up much of your desktop space. So here's a comparison. You will see that we shrank it to as small as a traditional 5-bay NAS, but we also managed to fit in 4 of the 2.5-inch SSD bays, so total of a 9-bay capacity that you can utilize in this model. Okay. So in this next section, I'm going to tell you how you can get the highest performance of the 2.5 gig and the 10 gigabit from these two models. Okay. So let me recap it again. Both models have a 2.5 gig and the 10 gigabit, and not just one but two. Okay. So you see that QNAP has really invested a lot of money into these two models. Okay, so in return, how can the customers get the best performance for their backup and restore applications and data application usage? So let's take a 9-bay as an example. So 9-bay allows you to install 5 of the 3.5-inch hard drives. Considering the hard drive is like a 14 terabyte or even 6 terabyte nowadays, so you already have plenty of storage. And then if you want the performance, then you can install SSDs and then set up the SSD cache. We just need 2 of them. So for when you are accessing small files, the performance can be accelerated. However, because now we know SSDs are getting cheaper, right?
Yes.
So if you want to use 4 SSDs, then you can install 4 SSDs and then set up Qtier with RAID 5. With QNAP's exclusive Qtier technology, we actually automatically let you boost the performance for the NAS, and also you can use the capacity of the SSD. You don't lose the capacity just like an SSD cache, so you can use it for storage as well. Okay. And what is Qtier? Qtier is an auto tier technology in QTS from QNAP. So basically, you see that in the middle there are 3 different types of data. The hot data, which is frequently accessed data, and then the middle one would be the less frequently accessed data. The last one would be the rarely accessed data. We call it cold data. So before you enable the tiering, so all the different types of data will be scrambled, will be scattered in the data in the NAS. But when you use Qtier, our operating system can start to learn your data access pattern in the artificial AI way. Okay, so after a certain period of time, we actually will keep track of your frequently accessed data and then put it in the SSD tier. So with Qtier means that you have SSD tier and the hard drive tier. So our QTS will automatically place the hard data into SSD tier and then put the cold data into the hard drive tier. So when you are trying to access the data that's frequently being accessed, then your data hit rate will be greatly enhanced and then get the data much faster. And another benefit with Qtier besides the capacity usage is you are not limited by the RAM size, because with SSD cache depends on how much memory you have. Actually, it corresponds to different RAM size, okay, different SSD cache capacity. Okay, so Qtier is highly recommended if you want to boost your NAS performance. Now there was a 9-bay with a dedicated SSD base, right? If you get this 8-bay 832PX, you can still use Qtier and other applications. So let's review it again. With the TS-832PX, it has a PCIe Gen 2x2 slot that you can install various adapters from QNAP. So one example here is there are different types of network cards that you can install. we have a 5 gigabit card adapter that can transform your NAS into a wireless access point and provide IoT devices. So basically, you connect a LAN cable to your NAS with the internet access. Then you can use this QWA-AC20 the access point in our wireless AP station. So your surrounding devices can connect to this wireless AP and then access the internet. Okay, so this is the one usage that because in some area that there may not be good Wi-Fi signal. Okay, but with a single LAN cable, you can provide you can transform it into a Wi-Fi coverage area. Okay. So how can you use SSD cache with this 8-bay device? QNAP provides these QM2 SSD adapters. So each model provides 2 of the M.2 either SATA or NVMe SSD slots. So you can install up to 2 M.2 SSDs into any of the models. And on the right hand side, we have two special models that combine both SSDs and also the 10 gigabit ports. So you can use them for the models with just a single PCI slots, for example, in this case. So once you install this QM2 adapter, then you can enable the SSD cache here. Also, likewise, Qtier is available. So with this 8-bay, for the 8 of the hard drive bays, you can install the large capacity hard drives, and then you purchase a QM2 SSD adapter. Then you can use those SSDs for Qtier to give you the best performance and also capacity. Yes. Okay. And the best thing to come is that you don't have to make a decision now. You know, you can buy the NAS first with the hard drives, and then after some time, you can, when you feel that you need more performance from the NAS, then you can purchase this QM2 card and SSDs, and then enable the upgrade to Qtier at any time. Okay, your data will still be there, and performance will be boosted. So this is a benefit of the Qtier upgrade at any time. Now, if you want to take advantage of the 10 gigabit ports, then the simplest way is to use a DAC cable. Yes. So it's copper cable and short distance. So with our models, it can support either a 1.5 meter or 3 meter direct connected cables. Here we have a part number here. If you want a longer distance, then you can purchase compatible transceivers and then go through the fiber to get a longer distance. Okay, so to utilize the 10 gigabit, depends on your environment, you can use several ways to make the connection. Now, you may wonder how much performance you will get when buying these two devices. Actually, I have tested many different areas. So first one would be the one port, a single port 2.5 gig. So this benefit will be right away whether you are doing a Windows, Explorer drag and drop of files, or you can use a professional performance test tool to test it. So here I show you that just one single 2.5 gig LAN port, you can get up to almost 300 megabyte per second on either devices, and the write speed is about 250. So it is already more than 2 times the speed of the traditional gigabit performance. So unlike any other NAS vendor, you need to buy additional accessory or no accessory to support the 2.5 gig or higher speed. Okay, so with these two models, you get this high speed right away when you buy it and set it up. And if you use 2 of the 2.5 gig, which is good for multi-user concurrent access, you see that we tested almost with the setup when dual ports are in use. And this encryption engine, so you will see on the right hand side that when I enable the encryption of the NAS, the performance is still at least 300 megabyte per second. You don't get a much higher penalty compared to the other ARM-based NAS with this brand new 64-bit processor. Okay. For a 10 gigabit, if you want the best performance, definitely use the built-in 10 gigabit SA Plus interface. So you will see that when we trunk it together with dual 10 gigabit interfaces, you see the read speed is 2000 megabyte per second.
Okay.
But the write is also almost the 10 gigabit, so it's like 800 megabyte per second. Yes?
We have two questions. The first one is, will either be QTS Hero compatible? Well, for this one, I think it's still
right now
QTS,
it's QTS,
right?
QTS, yeah.
Yes.
But QTS already has many advanced features.
And the second question is, possible to do SSD cache with 4 SSDs?
Yes.
Yes, of course. You can use the 4 SSD to do the SSD cache,
Yes.
or the Qtier, right?
Yes.
Can we do 2 for caching, 2 for Qtier, or you can just choose one?
You can use either one. Both is okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so 2 for cache and 2 for Qtier,
Yeah.
that is okay. That will get the highest speed, I think.
Okay, so if your other client devices don't have 10 gigabit or 2.5 gig interfaces, no problem. QNAP actually already has many accessories that you can install to get the performance. For example, if you have a Thunderbolt 3 equipped to the Mac or Windows laptops, then we have 2 types of Thunderbolt 3 to 10 gigabit adapters that you can purchase and install it to let your Mac or Windows laptop access your 10 gigabit network. Okay, and if you are using a desktop computer or a laptop with a USB port only, then QNAP offers the 10 gigabit PCIe adapter or the USB adapter that can connect the desktop and the laptops into the higher network environment. Now, if you have an older NAS, you want to bring it to your high-speed network environment. Also, we have the same USB adapter, this QNAP UC5G1T. Okay, your older NAS are not limited by the gigabit speed. You can install it and then you can get at least twice the speed of the gigabit port. Okay, so all these various adapters can help your surrounding client devices to connect to the same high-speed network that offered by the switch and also the NAS. Okay, so these are not alone. Okay, now so let's see the demo of how to do the memory upgrade and also the performance test. So here I have prepared. Oh, sorry.
It's okay. Yeah.
Here I have prepared a 9-bay NAS here, and then to upgrade memory it's very simple. Just remove all the hard drive trays, and then you will see that you have access to the memory slot here, so you can just replace the memory here very easily. Okay, this is the 9-bay model. Now to show you the 8-bay model, sorry. To upgrade the memory of the 8-bay model, simply remove the top cover. Then you have the access of the single memory module here. Then you can easily upgrade to 8 gig or even 16 gig with this DDR4 memory slot. Okay, and to install a PCIe adapter, also very simple. Just remove the bracket here on the back, on the top, and then you have access of the single PCIe slot here. See the black one here, and then you can install one of the one I mentioned, QM2 or the wireless card there to finish the PCIe card installation. Okay, so it's very simple. You can do it with the memory and also install the PCIe. So here I also prepare 8-bay and 9-bay. So let's try to see the Qtier performance. Install 5 of the hard 2.5 gig and 10 gigabit are connected. So let's try to test the performance. How about 2.5 gig dual ports? So let's try the 932X read performance. You will see that with the 9-bay model, see with dual 2.5 network interfaces, this is by using Qtier technology. So now let me try the write performance. Okay, the write is also about 500 megabyte per second. So on the 932PX models, the Qtier, and you can actually get very good performance with the 2.5 gig ports. And for the 832PX 8 SSDs, okay, and then let's try to test the 10 gigabit performance, dual ports. Let's try the read performance first. Okay, so by using the test tool and then dual 10 gigabit ports, oops, sorry, it's got disconnected. Let's wait for it to connect back. Okay.
So let's go back to the slides first. Well, while we are waiting for the connection, we can go to some software parts. The first one is that since you are using a NAS, well, to protect your data files safe, that is the most important topic, and we have our connection back. So let's go back to the demo.
Okay, so the remote desktop got disconnected, it was still testing. So you see that with dual port 10 gigabit read, it is more than 2,000 megabyte per second. Yeah. So let me stop it and let's try to test the read performance. Oh, sorry, the write performance. It was read before, now let's test the write performance. Sorry, should be 8 bay write. Okay, so the write performance is about 800 megabyte per second with the 10 gigabit on the 832PX with 8 SSDs. So it's still quite good for most office environment. Yes. So we get a read about 2,000 and write is about 800 megabyte per second. Okay. So this concludes our live demo today. Let's go back to the presentation.
Yeah, then we continuing on the protection of your data file.
Okay.
First, no matter you are using a Mac computer or a Windows computer, we can also provide you a safety enough solution to protect your data file being lost. Well, for the Mac user, we know that there's time machine inside of the system. So it would automatically pick up your data file inside of your Mac. Then you can just make the connection from your Mac to the NAS through our Hybrid Backup Sync 3.0. That is a free app you can download from our App Center. Then once you have make the connection, every time that when your Mac and your NAS is under the same internet environment, and when you plug in the charger onto your Mac, then the backup will automatically start on the background. So every time it will help you to back up the latest several time machines that you haven't backed up to your NAS. So that is the first solution for a Mac user. And if you are a Windows user, you can go to our website, then download the NetBack Replicator. That is a software that can help you to do a version of your system backing up. So the same way will also be done by the NetBack Replicator with our Hybrid Backup Sync. Then this is basically the way that you can make all the backup happens. Like the first, you can upload your time machine from your Mac into your NAS, and if you don't want your NAS to only be stored all the time machine or the NetBack, you just want it to have all the stuff that you oftenly use, then you can use another extra expansion unit. For example, the TR004, or we have 002, or our TL series, or even we have the rack mount type. Then you can use the expansion unit to store all your backups or your compressed files. Okay. And speaking of the Hybrid Backup Sync, that is a very popular and really useful QuMagie that you can download freely. And it contains several functions like sync, backup, transfer, or even like restore, right? And for the right hand side, you can see all the third-party cloud. For the Hybrid Backup Sync, we can help you to upload your files inside of your NAS into the third-party cloud with the specific folder, or we can automatically detect if there's anything new uploaded from your computer or your cell phone up to the cloud. Then the Hybrid Backup Sync will also help you to back up down to your NAS into a specific folder. So in this way, you will have a more safer solution to keep all your important or your confidential data files. Then another function is the snapshot. Well, having a NAS is important, and to make your snapshot efficient is another important issue. So for this NAS, since that is a 4 GB RAM size, so you can have total 256 of the snapshots inside of your NAS. And for each volume and LAN, you can have maximum 64 snapshots to each of the volume and LAN. So for example, if you have 4 LANs and you want to take snapshot for each LAN every day, you can have at least 2 months of the snapshot. Then no matter what happened, if you can keep your snapshot, then you can have everything restored back. Yep. Then once you have stored a lot of different files for like videos, pictures, and paperwork or other ISO file, how to find that? So we have our Qsirch. That is a very popular and very easy to use QuMagie that we can support you to use the Qsirch on different platforms like your web browser, and even you can use your mobile or your tablet. And if you're a Mac user, you can even use the Mac Finder to search the files inside of your Mac, inside of your NAS. And for the Firefox and Google Chrome, we have plugins that you can download to no matter what you are searching in the browser. Then we will also have a search result at the right hand side of the pages, so that is very easy for you to use and very convenient. Then we have index for all the data files that you uploaded into your NAS, so you can search the file by a variety of filters such as the color, the resolution, the length for your video, the size, and the last updated date, or the keywords of your PowerPoint, your PDF, or even the contact person and the sentence that you can remember inside of the mails. So it is very useful. Okay. Then what is that? This is a page that you can create your QNAP ID. Then you can register all the QNAP NAS under your QNAP ID. So once you go to this website, it's called My QNAP Cloud, this site. Then you can log into your QNAP ID, then all the NASs that you have registered under your QNAP ID will be listed right here. Then you can click into any of the NAS or the folders to get anything you want. Okay. Then you can make share links and you can upload things right there or download things right from here. Okay. Then not only your computer can do so, we also provide you user interface on your app, your tablet or your phone. At the right hand side, the file station is what you can use on the computer, and at the left hand side is the user interface for your mobile or for your tablet. Then you can see the middle, we have like local NAS, remote NAS, even cloud storage, which means if you are already using a third-party cloud storage, you can also mount the cloud storage into your NAS. Then from the future, you can only use one interface, then you can control, you can upload, you can download, you can copy any of the files from storage from third party to another third party, or from NAS to NAS. Okay. Then this is more for business users. Well, such as we can provide you our own QVPN, that is what we call QBOD. We also made our own user interface and software for your computer, your cell phone, or your tablets. So it's very secure, and since that is a new protocol, so that can provide you a higher level of the security. Then this is for the home user. We have a new QuMagie, it's called QuMagie, and with QuMagie it will automatically help you to sort your pictures. You can sort by the face or by different topics such as food, dog, surfing, mountain or something, and each of the NAS, it will do the sorting and learn the sorting from the very first beginning. So that won't be 100% correct, but you can adjust it by yourself. And then when you have more and more pictures, I believe that the sorting will also be more and more accurate. Yeah. And each of the NAS, we can provide you 2 free channels, and then you can connect to your IP camera or your USB camera. Then you can download our free app. It's called Surveillance Station. It can provide you another function that you can turn your NAS into a MVR. You just use the Surveillance Station user interface, turn that into a CMS, then use the 2 channel for free, and you can try to build your own small surveillance system in your home or your store or something. And if you need more channels, you can just go to our license store and purchase more channels. Then for this model, we can suggest you that the maximum channel is 25. Then if you are a developer, then you can also use the container station that you can download free on our app store, and then you can use Docker or LXC by your choice to develop your own work. Okay, then we provide you 2 new stuff. The first one is called Hybrid Mount. That is a file cloud gateway, which means that you can mount your third-party cloud onto our NAS. So when you are previously, when you are trying to download things from AWS Cloud and then you want to upload things up to the Google Drive Cloud, what will you do? Well, basically, we will first open our AWS Cloud user interface, then go to the files we want, then download it into your computer. Then we go to another cloud and open the file open the folder you want, then we drag the file up to the cloud. Well, that is one usage. Then when you mount these 2 cloud storage into your file station, what you need to do is to drag the file from folder A to folder B. Then all the things will start all over again, but it's on the background. So you don't have to do it by yourself, which means you save your time. Okay. Then for more enterprise usage, we provide you a VJBOD Cloud. For a VJBOD Cloud, that is, we will spare your split each files that you want to upload to your cloud into like jigsaw. So for maybe for example, one file, we will split that into 100 pieces of jigsaw. Then when you upload all the block, and then even if somebody just hacked your block of the file, they won't find out what the file is, because they just got one piece of the jigsaw. So is that jigsaw? Yeah, jigsaw. So that can help you to have more confidential, more security on the confidential data files that you want to upload to the cloud. Okay. It's really hard for me today. Okay, so since we talk about the VJBOD Cloud gateway, then we need to talk about what is VJBOD. VJBOD is, we call it virtual JBOD. That is an exclusive function from QNAP. Well, since if you already have QNAP NAS, which is under the x86 structure of NAS, then you can purchase the TS-832PX and use the spare storage as and through the iSCSI connection, you can make the empty space from your TS-832PX to other of your x86 NAS. So that is like, I'm a x86 NAS and Jason is a TS-832, and half of Jason is empty, so I can just borrow the empty space to me, and I will make half of Jason's empty space as mine when you log into me.
Yes.
Then all the connection is through the iSCSI.
Yeah, take it. I have a lot extra.
Thank you. And we also provide you different models and series of the expansion unit, such as we have a TR rate JBOD or the TR rate and TL JBOD. That is divided by different interface. Like we have the USB interface or we have PCIe interface. that you can choose by your own demand and usage. Then what can you do with the two different types of the expansion unit? Well, basically you can just use it as a new volume for a NAS like usage 1, or you can use it as a usage 2. Maybe you can just make it as a backup destination or a snapshot vault. Okay, so that will be very flexible, depends on your usage. Okay, then well, this is the page to explain this usage. So you can make it a new RAID or a new pool, or you can just make it an external disk to put all your replica snapshot of the or your backups. Then the last topic is that for this model we can support you a 2-year warranty.
2-year standard warranty is
standard warranty.
Yes.
Yeah, but the best way for each of the user is that when you purchase this NAS and within 90 days, I will suggest you to purchase another 3-year warranty from our warranty website. Well, for the 3-year warranty, that is a yellow one. So if you purchase this NAS and you find it very useful, then just purchase the extended warranty within the 90 days of your purchase. If that is over 90 days, then the extended warranty will not be available, right? Yeah, so that is very important, and don't forget that. Well, that is the new thing we want to introduce you. First of all, it is a 2 different type of NAS. One is A-Bay. It doesn't have the 2.5 SSD slots. If you want to have a bigger size of the storage space, you can choose this one. And if you want to use the Qtier or the SSD cache function, I will suggest you to choose the TS-932PX. It has 4 of the 2.5 bay SSD slots that you can have a smaller machine. Then 2 of these NAS can support 2 of the 10 gigabit SFP Plus ports and 2 2.5 RJ45 ports. And then it's a 4-core processor NAS, and for the A-Bay it has 1 PCIe expansion unit slots. So that will be all the introduction to this new model. And if you want to see more, you can go to our YouTube channel and use any keyword to find more videos. And according to Jason, I believe at the end of Q3 this series will be released in the market.
Yeah, sometime in Q3 should be available worldwide.
Okay. And we hope you like our video, and we will see you next time on QNAP Podcast. Bye.
Bye bye.